to another video from Inspired ADUs. Today, I want to walk you through our plan set collection and help you understand the 3 different tiers of how you can modify plans to get your ADU realized. We have been an architecture firm since 2003, but really passionate about ADUs since 2008. Our model is that if we've developed plans for people and they are living well and easily repeatable, they go into what we call our plan set collection. All of our plan sets include the architectural drawings, the structural engineering, and the Title 24 energy code that you'll need to get your building permit. You can scroll through our website to look for plans at different sizes, shapes, architectural styles. You'll see that the dimensions and square footage are there, and if it's already been built, you can go and see the pictures of the project once it's been realized. But how do you determine what the right path is for you? If you go to Get Started, we explain our process. All of our plans we've already designed in our collection are what we call the Tier 1. They're projects that can go faster, more streamlined, therefore more cost-effective, but they also have limited choices. We then have our Tier 2s where you can adjust and modify that plan in concept, or we can do a completely custom plan for you, which is a Tier 3. We have this laid out in more detail. The Tier 1 package is $8,000. Again, that includes your architectural drawings for permit, your structural engineering, and your Title 24. We also have a lot of great tools for clients. We have a Pinterest board, which we invite you to follow. It shows a bunch of different projects, creative ideas for small kitchens, some mood boards, and then we have a lot of resources going through appliances, figuring out the best 24-inch refrigerators, the best small appliances, and then different packages at different price points. Our Tier 1 sets also come with our signature mood boards. Our design team has pulled together 6 different combinations to help you figure out what the right look and feel is for your ADU. This is meant to serve as an inspiration, but can then be translated into a shopping list to help you finish things out. Now, if you like one of our ADUs, but you feel like the floor plan isn't just right, you might want to stretch one side of it, or change the roof line, or change what it looks like in elevation. That'll trigger you up to a Tier 2. The cost for the Tier 2 is $8,000 plus the hourly rate for upgrades and changes. We are getting a lot of requests to understand those costs, so we've developed another handout. We've been tracking our progress with existing clients, and we're seeing that most people who do a floor plan modification are spending between $1,500 and $3,200 above and beyond that $8,000. This can be things like extending a room, changing the room sizes to incorporate some of your existing furniture you want to bring along, reorienting the entry, adding a half bath. With elevation modifications, we're seeing people spend between $1,800 and $3,500. Sometimes this gets higher because we have some structural changes that happen with these modifications. Changes we've seen clients do are changing the door and window configurations, moving or adding additional windows and doors, changing the materials and adding a different combination of exterior materials. And then we have the roofline modifications. These are typically $1,100 to $2,500. Items we've seen change for those are the roof style. Let's say we have it designed as a flat roof, but you'd rather have a shed or a pitch. It could be raising the height of the roof to get a storage loft. And in both of the modifications of the elevations and roof lines, we do often use additional tools like 3D modeling to help you really understand the massing and the implications of the changes. To help you understand when you're going to trigger a change to a new tier, we've developed this tier matrix to help you understand where things shift. For example, the exterior siding of your cottage, you can change that anytime if you want to go from a stucco to a hardy board or vice versa. If you want to paint the cottage something to match your main house or complement it, or if you want to choose a different window and door manufacturer, either to match your main house or as a cost decision, these are all pieces we include in our standard Tier 1 changes with no additional cost. Now, if you want to change the location and number of windows and doors, that would trigger a Tier 2. Now that we've talked a bit about the modifications that you can make and covered some of the cost, let's look at the timeline ramifications. We've made a flow chart of a Tier 1, a Tier 2, and a Tier 3, which is a completely custom ADU. And you can see that the path and the number of decisions is a lot greater in the Tier 3 than in the Tier 2 and 1. Our goal with our Tier 1 pre-designed plans is that we're hoping to help control the cost of ADUs. We know they're more expensive than any of us would like to build, but we think they're a great value and a really smart way for our cities to grow and families to pool their resources to survive the Bay Area housing cost. The Tier 1s are really streamlined. We can typically be ready for you to permit in 4 to 6 weeks. Tier 2, you can choose different parts of this. As we discussed, you can modify the floor plan or the elevation, but you don't necessarily have to do all of those modifications. You might just want to focus in on one area. The Tier 3 is going to take you through the whole process, a traditional architecture project where we really go back and forth looking at revisions, changes, adapting, and then going to the next part of the project. So this is going to take longer and cost more money, but it will get you the ADU that's perfect for your backyard. One thing I would like to mention is that our clients who develop Tier 3s or Tier 2s that we feel could be a great addition to our plan set collection, those drawings enter our collection, and then there's a rebate program. We value that you've taken the time to go through the Tier 2 or Tier 3 process. That's a tongue twister. And we want to make sure that you are recognized for that. Anytime a Tier 2 or Tier 3 gets resold, then you get a rebate as a homeowner to help offset your investment in producing that plan. We hope this video helps to demystify a little bit about our process. You can always shop our plan set collection here, and it is always evolving, so check in with us. We might have additional plans under development that could suit you. You can look at portfolios of built ADUs to get some inspiration for yourself. Revisit our process here, and there's some additional resources. But if you need more information or if you want to see any of these handouts in more detail, please just go to our Contact Us page. You can set up a complimentary call with me, or you can just email us for the additional information. Thanks so much, and I hope you consider building your ADU.